Hello, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for April 2023. This is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to get a lot more specific and detailed with your reading. Aries, I do this because I love you. And I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. It's had major influence on divination, including tarot. So, hey, Aries, let's get to it because I'm really excited. It's your birthday season. Happy birthday, Aries. If you're, born up until the 20th, happy birthday. You may be having the best birthday season of your life. Why? Because, oh my goodness, all that activity with the new moon, the sun, Jupiter, Mercury, all in your sign. Guess what, Aries? We have an eclipse this month. We have a huge solar eclipse in your sign. All right, that's going to happen on April 19th. I want you to mark that in your calendar. And I also want you to pay attention to what happened between March 20th to the 26th, okay? Things could be coming to fruition now. Things could be coming to fruition. There are some really big days this month. Not as big as March was the biggest month of the year, all right? March was the biggest month of the year. This one we have about 15 to 16 major aspects. The other day I want you to pay attention to is April 5th, all right? We have a full moon in Libra. Now, this is going to be very important for you specifically because this full moon in Libra is happening in your 7th house, which Libra traditionally rules, all right? That means you could find some activity, changes, progress within your relationships, partnerships, okay? That's what the 7th house rules. Now, if you think about Venus is in Taurus, all right? Venus is in its domicile. So that's and Venus is also Libra's ruler. So it's there's a lot of relationship activity that could be happening, all right? A lot of relationship activity and money too. Not gonna lie, there could be some things happening around money and even like self-value, self-worth. But let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Two things I'm gonna say real quick. I told you to mark April 19th in your calendar. I also want you to mark April 11th. This is when the sun is conjuncting Jupiter. This is the best day of the year. The luckiest day of the year. The sun conjuncting Jupiter, they're both in your sign. So out of all the signs, Aries, you've got it. You've got you're going to feel it the most. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. If you're new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box. If you do want to follow along, the last thing I'm going to say is that remember to stay tuned to the end. Okay. I pull more cards after I do your spread. I break it down week by week because I go through what's going on weekly for you because there are a lot of really significant things happening this month. I haven't even talked about Mercury going retrograde at the end of the month, which isn't always a bad thing, right? I haven't even talked about the fact that Venus is going into Gemini, the fact that Mercury is going into Taurus. We're officially entering Taurus season mid-month. I mean, this is, it's still a big month, okay? Not as big as March, but it's still a big month. So let's go ahead and get started. Aries, Sun, and Rising for the month of April 2023. All right, Aries. So, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It does give the best overview, and in my opinion, and if we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Aries, I love you. Y'all are amazing. I actually one of my best friends who I've known for a really long time. We're talking decades here. He's an Aries. He's coming to visit me in 2 weeks here in New York City. I'm very excited. He's celebrating his big 40th in New York City, and we're gonna have a ball. But Aries are known to, your energy levels are always so high, and I love being around y'all. It's so infectious. It's so nice. So Aries for April, look at this. Oh my goodness. There you go. You hit jackpot. All right. You hit jackpot. I mean, this is pretty amazing. You're definitely entering this brand new stage in your life, okay? Even if you take all that astrology away, which indicates Aries is moving into this new phase, There you go. Here's her affirmation. Here's her affirmation. Remember the movie The Hunger Games when they were like, "May the odds be in your favor." The odds are in your favor. Let's get started. You got the Five of Swords, okay? This came in your past though. So, this is really great because it looks like you've gone through it, all right? It's been a big month. I'm not going to lie. For Aries, it's been, the past few weeks have been heavy. There's been a lot happening in your sign, okay? There's been a lot happening for Aries, all right? And it could have been so much happening up here, too. A lot just happening up here. Now, Saturn moving into Pisces, that's going to do a lot of it, all right? Because that does move into your 12th house. But this is, you can see that there's been a battle that's been had, okay? This man here, kind of like a smug grin on his face. He's still holding the swords. Everyone else has dropped their swords. So it looks like there could have been something. I'm getting more of an energy of like it was internal. Like there was like almost like psychological warfare, like so much going on. It could have been decisions. It could have been stress. It could have just been how like moving forward with a lot of this energy that's happening, a lot of these changes, a lot of these shifts that's happening in your life, okay? With this card, it's really just saying choose your battles wisely, all right? And so it looks like you came out on top, all right? And if you're still going through that through April, no, this card's all about self-respect, all about self-dignity. If you find yourself like warring in your head or even in your physical world, maybe you're not getting along with people, maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, maybe there's just with a boss or family member or whatnot. What really matters if you go to battle, right, is how you approach it and how you come out of it. You want to be the better version of yourself. Now, the potential is, the energy is really strong that you're going to be fine, okay? You got the King of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. This is the headline news of the month. Remember, I said there's going to be money activity, wealth. He is the richest king, okay? You can see that there is a lot of harvest around him. All right. Now, King of Pentacles is very Taurus. Now, Mercury is going into Taurus, and then we'll break this down. And I do my weekly readings where I break it down a little bit more on what that means. But not only is Mercury in Taurus, Venus is in Taurus. Look at the, you see in his throne, okay? The symbol of the bulls. All right. So, even here and here. So, what does that mean? Being very practical, very pragmatic, really, really just persistence too, like that long haul commitment energy. You've gotten a lot of, it seems like you're coming into a lot of wealth if you haven't already. And when I say wealth, remember, that's not only money and finance. Wealth in all areas of your life, success, wealth in, family, career, friendships, right? Now, another thing I'm going to point out, you can see he's owning his money, all right? He's owning it. His hand on top of it. You also see the golden scepter in his other hand. You only see that in one other card, and that's the Empress. And, anything that she touches turns to gold, all right? Same thing with the King of Pentacles. This is going to be a great month for you. Now, the one thing that I would like for you to do, okay, you got the Death card in your challenge area. All right, so some of y'all are moving in a new direction and you haven't really absorbed it yet, or you haven't really, it's been like some of y'all may be resistant to come into these new changes. But always remember, the universe is always on your side. There's always, everything that happens in our life happens for a reason, right? And then what happens, I always say this in my readings. If there's something that if something you didn't get, if something like really hard that you're going through, like a really hard experience in your life, you have to learn from it. You have to grow from it. Everyone goes through challenges. Life isn't a Disney movie. We have challenges every day. There's a reason why we were built as human beings with a range of emotions, right? Rather than robots. We have to feel all these emotions, and the ones that are lower energy, we learn from it, we grow from it, so we never have to go there again, right? So this is all about accepting this change that's about to come into your life, because the Death card is all about transformation. It's all about moving into a better place in your life. In fact, you do see the sun coming out on the horizon there, okay? The sun is all about promise. It's optimism, all right? You see the white horse, you see the white rose. This is purity. This is really having this transformation and moving into this great new place. But with it coming into your challenge area, there could be some disconnect, okay? There's if there are some changes happening in your life, accept it, all right? Accept it, especially because it's moving you into this period where this next phase, right? This next phase, because it looks like, the fact that you got the Five of Swords and now you have the Five of Pentacles in your crown, it looks like there is some of y'all who may have had a situation that wasn't favorable. It could have been that you did lose your job, or maybe you're thinking that, you're not in the right career, or maybe you feel really lonely right now, or maybe you feel like an outcast from your friends, or maybe, there's a lot just going on in your head. Now, I have to remind you, Aries, it is birthday season, okay? You're in birthday season. It happens to everyone in their birthday seasons. When we get a year older, when we have that milestone of, living another year, we always go through those moments where, we kind of freak out. Yeah, we freak out a little bit. We're just like, oh my gosh, I'm turning this, another age. I haven't done this yet. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. So it's not that, it happened. Like I said, it happens during everybody's birthday season. Sometimes like we have that moment of, we set up all these goals, and sometimes like we don't reach all of them. And y'all are so ambitious. Y'all are the leaders, okay? But one other thing that's coming through, FYI, there is a partnership that's not working out. For some of y'all, and I'm not saying it could be relationship, or in terms of career or love, romantic, okay? Now, here's the thing. With the Five of Swords coming up in your past, and now the Five of Pentacles in your crown, it does seem like there might be someone that's holding you back. It could be someone holding you back, or you could perceive as someone holding you back, and you may feel like you're not in the right place. So keep that in mind. Just spend some time thinking about it, all right? You don't have to, don't let it dictate all your feelings right now. It's your birthday season. And then remember, the luckiest day of the year is happening in your sign. It's crazy. And then we have an eclipse happening that's in your sign, so you are going to have changes, because last month was the biggest month of changes. So you're going through this process now. Speaking of changes, you did get the world in the root of your spread, so that change is coming 1,000%. And the majority of y'all here want it. You want this change. And when I say change, even ascension in your career, in your relationship, at home, within your family, you want promise, you want next level, you want the things that you deserve and you've worked hard for. Now you have the Hermit in your future, so this is really great, because it looks like that you what's going to really help is doing some of that soul searching. The Hermit is someone who has done all that soul searching, right? He's climbed the top of the mountain. He's made all these achievements. He wants to be alone. He wants to, really dig deep, okay? He wants to dig a little deep just to have an idea of what's the next step, right? Because he does have a lantern in his hand. It's true, but you can only see so far with lantern light, right? So how do you see further than that? All the answers are within you. So this is really just taking that time to really, really explore what is the next step? What do I want? Because you are coming to the end of something, okay? And don't resist it, all right? Don't resist it, because you got the world in, there are 22 paths in the major arcana. There are 22 paths in the tree of life. We've come to the end of this journey. It's come up in the root of your spread. You're definitely moving on to this new journey this month, okay? A lot of Aries are already feeling is one big thing. And so there is a part of, there could have been some sort of, with the Five of Swords here in your past, there could have been some sort of conflict that's been going on. Again, more of it's up here, but it could have been something that happened in your physical world that's making you just think a lot, getting a little cerebral, right? But it does, it could have to do with job, family, relationship, what resonates with you. The big message is some sort of partnership, okay? It could be, whether in your job, in your career, it could be also relationship wise, but it could also just be a relationship with a friend, like a BFF, or even a family member. But even still, at the same time, there's a feeling of just not feeling in your element, but you got the King of Pentacles, okay? And so the potential for you to have this, all this amazing money and wealth, and Pentacles are earthbound, right? So your physical world, just all that abundance. It's here. So it's all about moving forward, all right? Moving forward, accepting this change and going within to accept those things. If you need to, forgive yourself for something, if you need to forgive someone for someone or forgive someone for something, well, I always say, like, you never want to have like negative energy hanging around, right? If you don't do anything with that energy, if you push it to the side, it's still there. You don't want to ignore it, all right? And I'm only saying that because you got the Five of Swords in your past and the Five of Pentacles in your crown. Now, the Five of Swords in your past, it looks like you've come past that, but with the Five of Pentacles showing up in your crown, there still could be like a little bit of a sting, all right? And that's the only reason I bring that up. Now, let's get to your stuff, Aries. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. If you're new to my channel, you're amazing. I love my Aries. And if you're a subscriber, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I really appreciate it. And I'm very grateful. I love you. Now, Aries, yeah. You're good. I don't even know what to say at this point. You see all of this, all your stuff. Here, I'm sorry, you can't even see the whole spread here. So all your stuff here, you see they're all major arcanas and court cards. This is a significant month for you. Let's get started. You got the star. You got the star because you're what you want. There are things that you want. Well, I'm not gonna lie. There are things that you want. There's things that you're. It's really like the good news is most of y'all are holding on to your the faith, right? Faith that this will come, right? Your time will come. The things that you want will come. Keep holding on to that. This is amazing. You got this is the card of hopes and dreams. It's ruled by Aquarius. Okay, as we know, Pluto did go into Aquarius, into your house of hopes and dreams, your 11th house. All right, it's going to be there for 20 years. All right, so this is a great sign, all right? You can see the water bear here. You can see the 7 outer stars. Really, remember, you got the Hermit in your future. Now you have the 7 outer stars here, all each representing the chakras, really going within, right? Really going within to do that soul searching. You can see also the waves in the water. I'm just going to point that out to you, only because of the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords, but there's waves. Like, we're all made of energy, and I say this all the time. We all vibrate at a certain frequency. Now, waves are vibration, and here you see it here, and so she's pouring it onto the land as well. Remember your physical reality, that pouring all that knowledge, all right, into growing this world that you want for yourself and the world that you are going to have. Now, speaking of Pentacles, look in your external factors area. You got the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, this is really, I love this. I love this especially because you've got the Hermit ruled by Virgo. You got the Knight of Pentacles right next to it. Virgo. All right. This is this is like, you can't get any more Virgo than the Knight of Pentacles. Other than the Hermit, but this is really all it means is having that. Okay, so you are entering a brand new stage in your life. Some of y'all already know this. Some of y'all already have entered it. Some of y'all are feeling it. Some of y'all have gotten a new job. Some of y'all have gotten into a new relationship. Some of y'all have ascended, like maybe got promoted, new job titles, maybe like got engaged or whatever. But Knight of Pentacles, now this coming up in your external factors area, this is all about that long-term commitment energy. You are in it to win it, okay? This is the knight who likes to sow his seeds, reap his rewards, no matter how long it takes. The only knight whose horse is going nowhere, okay? And that is showing that there's patience here, and there's this commitment in it for the long haul, right? And I really love that, yeah, especially because with the fact that Mercury is in Taurus starting on April 3rd, that's amazing, okay? Because you already, there's a lot of earthy cards coming up here, but that is also communicating what you need, but communicating in a way that is like practical, and that brings that stability. You are in, like, your reading is saying you are coming into this new phase in your life. Something new is coming into your life. If it hasn't already, the reason I say that, not only did you get the Magician, You got the Ace of Wands. In your final outcome, the Magician. This is saying all you want is this new thing. You want to have the power to manifest this big dream of yours. Now you can see as above, so below, right? You can see the infinity symbol over his head. He also has the Ouroboros on his belt. He has all the tools of tarot at his disposal. This is, I'm not even gonna lie, like, come on, this is just starting this new journey. You want to start this new journey. It's clear as day here, all right? So the fact that, you know, as above, so below actually came from the Emerald Tablet, right? Everyone was obsessed with it. Plato, Isaac Newton. It's, you know, one of the oldest, like, you know, metaphysical books. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it, but one big thing I'm going to point out, Aristotle, you know, there's 4 elements, all represented by the tools of tarot here. Now, Aristotle said there was a 5th element. He believed there was a 5th element. He said it was the ether. He said it was time and space. Now, Plato, he said the universe was a dodecahedron. I don't know if you're into like sacred geometry, but it's 12. That's why it's called. It has 12 sides. All right, and 12 is a very significant number. All right, and we won't even get into it. But if you're into numerology, you know that. Point I'm making: the Magician is the dodecahedron. All your dreams, all your passions, all your goals, everything that you are hoping for, wanting to manifest, bring them into your reality now, okay? Bring them into your reality. It looks like as long as you do that, you're fine. You got the Ace of Wands in your final outcome. It looks like something new is coming through. Again, big message. Something new has come through for a lot of Aries. I'm not surprised, especially with that new moon that we had in your sign. The fact that we have all this activity, all this energy, all these planets in your sign. The fact that we have an eclipse happening in your sign. Game changing day, which brings a lot of new changes. Ace, ushering the most new change, the most new beginnings, new paths, new journeys, right? Ones, our passions, our ideas, creativity, even work related, okay? This is huge in your final outcome. So there is definitely something new coming into your life. It is clear as day here. Aries, this is honestly a really big month for you. This is a very big month for you. You are moving into a place of major wealth. And if it, you know, like I say, if you're like the king of Norway and like money's not a big deal for you and you're watching this video, wealth in all areas of your life, okay? The wealth, the abundance, just, you know, having everything that you need, not having to worry about resources, just being practical, being the provider, right? For those people within your kingdom. You're golden. You're golden. You have, I mean, you're moving into this new place. I mean, the fact that you got the hopes and dreams, Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, the power to manifest anything you want, starting out your journey, and then this new passion, this new, something new coming into your life. Huge. Now, like as I promised, I break it down week by week. Let's see what's going on for you. Like the first week, Mercury's going into Taurus. All right, for April, we do have. There's a lot of really great days the first week. Okay, a lot of really good days. April 5th, that full moon in Libra. Libra, all about balance, equilibrium, right? But it rules partnerships. It's in your 7th house. Okay, it happens to be, and so this is going to be significant in terms of partnerships and relationships. All right, that full moon. All right. It's going to bring some sort of activity around there. All right, so keep that in mind. You got the Knight of Swords. All right, so this is really great. Uhtred of Uhtred. If you get that reference, leave a comment. Nobody gets that reference, but bold, courageous. All right, going after everything that you want. Listen, one thing I want you to. This is a fun thing. Fun fact. The word chivalry actually comes from, it's derived from the word chevalier, right? Which literally translates as like knight rider. So the word chivalry came from knights. They're all chivalrous. Now, this knight in particular, remember the swords are the mental suit. So communication, decision making, everything that's going on up here. And the knights are fire. You can see all the fire down here. So when you put fire and oxygen together, what happens? Whoosh, right? So your mind million miles a minute. It's like you're moving past all of this, all right? He's going into this storm. Nothing is going to stop him. This is really amazing, okay? This is really great because remember, there's a lot of long-term activity happening in your spread. The potential to set yourself up with this new thing in your life, okay? Especially with Mercury going into Taurus as well. I mean, this is just, oh my goodness, really, really great for you. Now, second week of April. Venus is going into Gemini. We'll talk about that during the week, but this is the April 11th. The Sun conjuncting Jupiter, the luckiest day of 2023. The luckiest day of 2023, and they're both, the Sun and Jupiter, are in your sign, Aries. You're going to feel it the most, okay? You're going to feel it the most. So just remember that. And you could even feel it like the day before, day after, but you know that the aspect happens on April 11th, all right? So, oh my gosh. You got the Knight of Wands. Oh gosh, look at this. You got 3 knights. Aries, you are on a mission. All the knights are on a mission. You're going to get what you want. This is the Knight of Wands, all right? Knights, fire. Remember what I said. Wands, fire. This is double fire, all right? This is so you, Aries. This is so you, fire sign. Boom, boom, boom. Literally, like, nothing's stopping you. Nothing's holding you back from your destiny, from the things that you're going for. I mean, this is amazing. This is very transformative energy with this knight in particular. He's looking to have this transformative experience, and he is ready to go. He is just, look at his horse, just reared up, just like, right? So I really love this for you. And remember, wands are all about our passions, our ideas, even creativity. And when I say creativity, it doesn't necessarily, it's not limited to the arts, right? Creative and problem solving, creative and like thinking about how to get this, big promotion, or how to get, propose to, I mean, there's just so much happening here, but this is just so enthusiastic, and he's very explorative. The Knight of Wands is he's such an explorative knight, okay? Very daring, really just wants to go out there and see the world too. I really love that for you. Now, the third week, oh my goodness, this is when we have the new moon solar eclipse in your sign. Game changing, but this is a great eclipse. This is a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful eclipse. Remember, think about what happened back to March 20th to 26th, around that time, because we have that new moon with all that activity. Now on this day, oh, I love it. Mars and Saturn, they're in a harmonious relationship, and then Uranus is there too. I mean, so this day brings a lot of stability. Saturn is all about stability, setting up that foundation, all right? And Uranus is great. Uranus is all about surprises and the unexpected. So you could hear some like fun, exciting, surprising news this day too. But either way, this is a really big, huge, I mean, again, in your sign, Aries, in your sign. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you this week. There's also, the sun goes into Taurus. Mercury goes retrograde a few days later. We'll talk about that more in the weekly readings. But yes, you got the Ten of Swords. Okay. Everything from you're good. So here's the thing. Everyone thinks this is a terrible card, and it looks grim, okay? 10 is the end of the cycle. This is the card of the new dawn. And so what does this mean? Remember I talked about chakras earlier, because you got it in your card with the star. Think of these swords aligning the chakras. Now, remember how I said Taurus is very significant, right? Or there's a lot of Taurus activity happening right now astrologically, but it's come up with in your spread, okay? Especially in the heart of your spread with the King of Pentacles. Now, look at his hand. His hand is in the hand gesture of the Hierophant, which is ruled by Taurus, okay? And so what this means, these dark clouds are clearing. That sun is coming through. You already got that with that death card. You got to let that sun come through. Everything that you have gone through that has been up here, that has been really challenging or really stressful, burnout, burden, anything that's just been like really, I mean, this is Sun in Gemini basically. Gemini's all up in here, okay? This is saying it's all coming to an end. Okay? When I say this is a game-changing month for you, especially with this eclipse, you are moving into this amazing new period. All you have to do, learn from it, grow from it. Remember what I said. Any challenges that you are, if you're experiencing any, especially up here, if you're indecisive about something, if there's some stress happening, learn from it and then grow from it and become a better person, become a better version of yourself. Use it to empower yourself moving forward. All of it's coming to an end. These swords are aligning your chakras, hand in the gesture of the Hierophant, deep sacred knowledge. This is rebirth energy. You are moving into this brand new, oh my goodness, Aries, this is crazy. You're moving into a brand new period in your life, okay? Brand new period. Like, you're like becoming a new person. I know that's really cliche, like new you or whatever, but this, you're honestly so much newness coming through. Now, the last week of April, oh, we have those 2 sextiles. Oh, these are really great. These are really great. It's really just being in it to win it. This is all about your hopes and dreams. The sun sextiling Saturn. Remember that stability energy, which you're getting a lot of in your spread, okay? You're getting a lot of in your reading. So, Aries, the last week of April. 7 of Pentacles, all right? So, this is saying, well, 7, first of all, is the tree of life. It's Venus, right? It's desire, okay? And so you definitely have worked so hard to get where you're at. Now, after this eclipse, after this rebirth energy, this new thing that's come into your life, you have the 7 of Pentacles. You can see he's raked up everything that he's worked for, okay? Everything. Heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears. Now he's taking a moment to just remember you got the Hermit in your future, taking that moment to go within, all right? It looks like you'll be doing that the last week to decide, where do I move forward? How do I move forward? I have this new opportunity. Do I stick on the same path? Do I go with this new opportunity? The decision is yours. Everyone has free will. What you shouldn't do, you should be very proud of how far you've come. That's what this is saying. Now, if you feel that you are not on the right path, open your heart. Let that transformation come through. You remember you got the Death card in your Challenger area, so there's that like resistant energy. Trust your intuition. Do that soul searching. You have Ace of Wands. Something new is coming through, and you will have a decision, okay? You're going to have a decision, and having decisions is better than not having any at all. But you have an amazing spread, okay? You have an amazing spread. Just, with the Death in your challenge area, just don't be resistant to changes. Even if changes happen that you weren't expecting, or that you were just like, what? Like, know that something better is coming along. You have look at your staff. Look in the heart of your spread. You're golden. You got the 10 of Swords the week of your eclipse. This is amazing. You're amazing. Aries, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.